All right, traders, I thought I'd take a little bit of time and show you my process for how I go back at the end of the day and review trades. So let's get right into it. Today is 22nd of April 2024. We had a really good day of trading today. And so let's just go through and show you what my process is, and that way you can adapt. Maybe it'll give you some ideas on how to better conduct an end-of-day review for your own personal trading. Anyway, while I'm trading and when I'm reviewing, I keep what I call the magic six in line. So in the higher time frame, I'm looking at B4 triangles, short-term BLT trigger lines, long-term BLT trigger lines. When you have all three of those stacked up, and you have all three of these stacked up one way or the other on the lower time frame, the B4 triangles, the trend magic model, and the BLT histogram, you just have to take the trade. And there's a lot of times where I hesitate when I've got like 50% of the what I call the 3 of the 6 or will be lining up, and I try to wait for at least one other. Now I don't have this list in front of me. I'm just looking at it. I just thought I'd create this little matrix here so you see what I'm actually looking at. And I'm gonna pull this off so we can get to it. Okay, so start of the day, Eastern time, 9:30ish. So we come down. I normally don't take any trades prior to 9:40. Sometimes I break that rule and it doesn't work out good for me most of the time. But anyway, here we go. Here's the market opens. So my first trade is here. So you can see here I've got short-term, long-term, up triangle, and this is a momentum trade. I talked about a level I was looking for, so I just got a quick little scalp on this trade right here. So I had 3 of the trades on 3 of the Magic 6 over here, and then if you look over on this side, I've got Trend Magic crossing above. We've got BLT histogram above 0, approaching what I call my real trigger line, 0.3. So we take the trade and pull off a little bit of profit there. We start crossing here, nothing, no setups. So we move back above. So now we have long-term crossing before short-term. We have 2 of the 3 when I take this trade over on this side, but over here on the short term, you'll see I've got 3 of the 3. I've got an up triangle, a B4, which works out to be a B4 jiggle. We're bullish on the trigger lines and bullish on the crossover of the trend magic model. So I got 5 of 6. And again, I'm taking a little scalp here, filling it out, trying to see if I can get a burst. I just got jiggled out by a tick and this thing just took off. Otherwise, that would have been a great trade right there. Okay. No trade here. Trigger lines are meshed up against each other. We're bearish here. We've got down triangles. We've got 2 out of 3, but I'm waiting. Now here was potentially first entry. I missed that right there. That was a beautiful signal. So we've got red. We got a cross on the trigger line long term, and we're red on the short term. So we got all 3 in our favor here, and we've got one of our favorite setups, John Wick. And when we look over here on this side, short term, we've got a cross. Trend Magic is bearish. We've got bearish BLT histogram, and we also have a B4 jiggle here. So that was a beautiful trade that I missed. Instead, I got into this one, and it was a good trade. You can see over here, I entered here. I entered down here, and then normally my stop was above the swing high, but I moved my stop down when it started moving in my favor, and then it just shot back up and took me out. So no, I took a small ding, not a big deal there. But anyway, we had all 6 of the Magic 6 in line here. Here we go. We're again another opportunity. All 6 of the Magic 6 are in line, so I take this trade this time, and we get our 50 ticks on that trade right there. So it was a nice trade down there. We got a John Wick here that I don't take, but we get another pullback there. I snagged that quick move. You can see here again, all three on the higher time frame are in our favor to the bearish side, and so I take that trade down. We get our 50 ticks on that trade. The entries, I've got two different accounts set up here in the prop firms, or three actually. Yeah, you're only seeing two of the three accounts I have for this prop firm. So we took this trade, we got 50 ticks, and then I switched over into one of the other accounts, the only one I had left, and we get this John Wick right here on the higher time frame. We pop that, take that, and get 50 ticks right there. So it's just wham bam, thank you ma'am. But again, all 6 of the magic 6 were in our favor for all of those trades. So let's go through the rest of the day and see what we have. Here's a John Wick higher time frame. All 6 of the magic 6 are still in our favor, and you'll see here Optimus, my semi-automated bot, is telling me, hey, take that. If everything's lined up, take it. I'm ready. Just hit the sell button, and I'll put you in the game. I didn't have to. I stopped trading after that trade. After this trade, I hit my objective for the day. Kind of exceeded it. All right, so now we're getting over here where now in this time frame, the higher time frame, it starts getting a little messy. So we've only got at this pullback, we have 2 of the 3 checklist items checked on the high time frame. But when we get over here to the lower time frame, we're starting to see some, we've got up arrows. We've got a crossing of the trend magic. So, you've only got, you still only have one, and it's really shallow right there after this big move down. You've got 50% of the magic 6 in your favor, and it's a coin toss which way you take this trade. So you step aside when the magic 6 are at like 50%. Just step aside. It's easy in my head to keep track of those, and that's all I'm doing. All right, as we move forward, so now we've got on the higher time frame here, you've got you've got up triangles and a bullish short-term BLT trigger line. All right, so 2 of the 3 over here. So let's see what that looks like. So now we've got full-on 3 of 3. You've got 5 out of 6, and this is the first up arrow that Optimus the bot says, put me in, coach. So you got 5 out of 6. You can definitely take that trade right there. Even though the long-term trigger lines over here look bad, you got 5 of the 6, magic 6, leaning in your favor. Okay. So now let's go back over here. Higher time frame never flopped bullish, and we're starting to go back down. I still don't have. I only have one item over here checked off for the short side, so I would be waiting. All right, so if you took that, you would have the odds against you, even though that would have worked out. Here we have a John Wick though. Now we've got one out of 3, 2 out of 3. So we got the trigger lines in our favor. No red triangle yet, so 2 out of 3 over here. And what does that look like over on the short term side? You can see right there we've got the 1 bar pullback. We're bearish on the trend magic model. We're below 0 here, approaching, actually we're kissing that 0.3. So you've got 5 out of 6, so you could take that trade right there. Here we have another model. We've got all 3 over here, and you got all kinds of potential entries. First entry right there is here, Optimus. If you got your stop over there, you could have gotten your 5. If you missed it, that John Wick, you still got all six of the magical six leaning to the short side. You could take that, you could get your 5. You still have this pullback here. Optimus says get in. You take that, and you can get your 5. If you're wondering about the P&L up here for markers, this was I was just taking some trades in the sim account after we had finished. So that's the bearish move down. Now we're starting to get bullish again. So we've got 1, 2, and we get a 3. We get a crossing here. So let's take a look at this first pullback. Where does that sit? You only have 1 out of 3 over on the higher time frame. Okay, you only have 1, 2 out of 3 here. So it's a 50-50 shot. All right, 50-50 whether that works or not. And it would have worked to the long side. I mean, look at that. But that doesn't happen always. So the next setup really doesn't happen until right here. So this is one of these trades where you still have, over here you have 2 out of 3 of the magic 6, or the 2 out of 3 over here on this side, the higher time frame, working in your favor. You get over here, you have 1 out of 3. So it's 50-50 right here. I was waiting actually in real time in the sim account, and I was talking through this, and I said I'm waiting for confirmation one way or the other to get in this trade, because it could go either way right here. It went up. As soon as this closed right here higher, I knew that according to the statistical studies, I've got a 91% chance I can get 13 ticks on that for sure. I waited. I fat fingered the entry. I was trying to get in at the close right here and just absolutely missed it, and look what happened. So again, it's a good example of how to use the matrix. All right, so now higher time frame, 3 out of 3. We get a pullback over here. We have 2 out of 3. So Optimus says take it. That's just a deep pullback over here. You're going to get those on the lower time frame. So these 5 out of 6s, when you get 3 for 3 over here, you're going to end up with a deep pullback. A lot of times it's going to end up being 2 out of 3 over on this side. So you keep getting the deep pullbacks, and they keep just working out. So all right, here we go. We have, when this pullback occurs, you only have 1 out of 3 going your way right there. Okay, so over here on the lower time frame, where that pullback occurs, it's definitely telling you do not take the long setup. I mean, this is where the rally is. Don't take the long setup. At this stage, you've already got 3 out of 3 items leaning to the short side. Okay, so you've got 4 out of 6 when Optimus says you could take this trade. Even though we haven't touched 0.3, we're still below 0 right here. And when you're 4 out of 6, the odds are kind of leaning in your favor. All right. Here, this one right here is leaning in your favor, but it just doesn't work. You'd get stopped out. I think this is where I took some stops right here in the sim account. Yeah, I'm almost certain it was. I missed this down move here, but I got stopped out here, and I think I got stopped out right there. So anyway, that happens. That definitely happens. All right, so now we're starting to get bullish. You get a cross. You get you're bullish here on the long term, just slightly gets above. Bullish on the short term, no ups, so no up triangle. So you got 2 out of 3, and so here's where this first all clear really happens. Is you get a John Wick on the higher time frame, and you get this 2-bar pullback, a B4 jiggle. Everything's leaning all 3s over here. You're all 3s over on this side. So this is the first time you get all 6 lined up. You just take that trade and go, and you can just keep walking the dog if you needed to. Yeah, there's no way I would have held that right there. That's just not my style of trading. So All right, we're at 1400, and still the same thing applies. Let's take, this is a good example here. You're 2 out of 3 on the higher time frame side. Long-term trigger lines, short-term trigger lines, good to go bullish. Deep pullback, so you got 2 out of 3 over here. You've got 2 out of 3 over here, so you've got 4 out of 6. You've got pullback. Actually, you don't. You get the crossover, you got the red, so you've only got 1 out of 3. So you're 50-50 on the matrix coming into this. Even though these would have worked out, I probably would have waited until if on the higher time frame, when this closed higher, that would tell me, okay, I know that now I've got a 91% chance of at least getting 13 ticks. So if I don't get in here, I'm going to wait until the odds stack in my favor. And here we go. We get a crossing of the trend line model. We get up. I know you can't see that right there. That is an up triangle. We're above here on the histogram. So you got 3s on this side, 2s over here. So that's just that just takes you right up. You got to get in on those trades right there. Here we go with, let's see, the first sign when you get 5 out of 6. That's kind of what we're looking at. All clear. That's where I really feel comfortable taking the trades. It doesn't happen. You get the red down triangle. You get the crossover here. So it's this John Wick here that really puts you at 2 out of 3 over here on this side. Then we get on the lower time frame. Even though this short would have worked, it was against the odds. It still worked. The first, I mean, you could have taken this. That was really that wick right there, and yeah, you had all 3s on this side. So you could have taken that John Wick on the higher time frame down, taken that. You've got the Optimus entry coming right up, another John Wick that takes you down. You know, now you're getting close. You still have 5 out of 6. Optimus is telling you to go. You get easy 5s out of that, so no issue. And then we start getting muddled back up again here as the trigger lines on the higher time frame, start pinching together. All right, same drill. You've got 1, 2, 3. You're 3 by 3 over here. Your 3 buys on the high time frame, and your 3s over here. So you're 3 by 3. So you take that trade, still 3 by 3. Take that trade. You're still 3 by 3. If you're taking those, those long legs. If I miss these two, and I'm trying to find something down here, I'm usually dead wrong. So you can see here this one stopped short and went up. You don't have a reason to get long right there. I don't have a reason. There might be a level you're playing off of or something. I'm just going purely off the models right now. So we are potentially, this is a good one right here. So you've got up triangle, short-term crossing, and a John Wick. So you got 2 out of 3 over on this side, and you've got 3 buys on this side. So this little 1 bar pullback is you could get in there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your 5 points. Worst case is I would have gotten I would have lost 3 ticks on that trade, 2 or 3 ticks, gotten a break even, something like that. All right, we're starting to go back down again. We've only have one buy on the high time frame, so we don't really have anything until we get past this area right here. Okay, so we get past that area. We've got 3 buys on the higher time frame, and we've got 3 buys on the lower time frame. So you can take that trade, try to get your 5. All right, we're still 2 buy on the higher time frame. You see there's a up triangle there, and we're 2 buy on the lower time frame because we've got up arrows here. So 4 out of 6. Riskier trade. Again, still good to take that, but we're at the end of the day. So All right, well, anyway, that's a review for the day. That's kind of how I look at it and use in my mind as we're trudging through the trades. That's what I'm looking at: higher time frame, lower time frame. The matrix, you want those 3x3 trades, either long or short. Those tend to have the highest probability of snagging your 5 points. And that's all I have for today's review. Hope this helped. We'll see you tomorrow at the bell.